is what I'm feeling now. And Real Madrid would require him to do some anger management counseling, as Pepe would be hit with a 10-match ban. But that was far from the end of Pepe's infamous reputation. Of course, other high-profile incidents, especially during his time with Madrid, would only continue to garner hatred everywhere from opposition fans. The time he stepped on Messi's foot, a large portfolio of highly aggressive fouls, and generally causing fear from opponents for their safety anytime he was near them, with many other La Liga players admitting they never wanted to be near him. And throughout the years, well, his public image never really recovered. Prime buzzcut Pepe was truly a menace on the pitch, and despite being an absolute warrior who fought till the last second, with an unwavering work rate and world-class defensive ability, when most people look back at his career, they only see Pepe as an out-of-control and raging footballer. Because of his reputation, many seem to forget his importance to both Real Madrid winning their first few Champions League titles in the 2010s and helping Portugal win their only international trophy in history as the 2016 Euros final man of the match. But in Pepe's eyes, his on-pitch playstyle is nothing he should be apologizing for. As he said, "When I go in for a challenge, I don't wait for my opponents. My objective is to win the ball. If my opponent makes contact with me, that's not my problem." Throughout his 10 seasons with Real Madrid, Pepe would win 3 La Liga titles, 2 Copa del Reys, and 3 Champions League titles. But after his days at Real Madrid, Pepe would largely be out of the spotlight. But Sergio Ramos would definitely take the baton and continue to carry out that unhinged legacy. And despite being older and no longer playing for the world's most high-profile club, Pepe would still continue to be a quality defender. Funnily enough, he did get a little less unhinged, but of course, at times bring out that inner menace. But the reason why he's still able to play at one of the highest levels, even up until today, is because outside the pitch, Pepe is one of the most hardworking and disciplined footballers of the game, still keeping an insanely healthy diet and exercise routine that would help him continue to play for Porto and Portugal well into the age of 40. But for these last couple of years, Pepe has kind of actually slightly turned his reputation around. The only problem is, not a lot of people actually realized it, and it just goes to highlight how his defensive ability was really overlooked and undermined just because of his past mistakes and overly aggressive moments. But yes, that definitely is due to his personal decisions. But if nothing else, in Pepe's career, especially in his prime, you either absolutely hated him or love and respected his warrior-like attitude on the pitch. I actually asked a poll to see who was the bigger menace between him and Ramos. And well, at the very least, a lot of people are saying that Pepe's fouls were out in the open and not hidden. Therefore, he was just aggressive and not really dirty, while a lot of Sergio Ramos's most infamous moments kinda were. Now nearing 42 years old, Pepe is close to the end of his career, but he certainly